These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.
I'm Faye Fredericks with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. Street shutdown, businesses and schools evacuated after a truck barrels through a gas line at this Phoenix Quick Trip near 27th Avenue in Northern. It's all happening around 11 this morning. A nearby school, Washington Elementary, loading up buses with students to take them away. Parents are now picking up their kids. ABC15 learning more about a car that crashed into a Peoria home over the weekend. A second person has now died. The 20-year-old driver, in addition to a 19-year-old passenger. 4 others remain hospitalized, 2 with life-threatening injuries. We're told the car they were in jumped a curb and plunged into a block fence and that house in the Vistancia area. Witness telling us they were home and heard a loud crash. A security camera captures how neighbors came out to try to help. A witness says it was tough to see, and he's holding out hope for the 4 still in the hospital.
A couple of them are responsive and talking and saying help and trying to get them out. So.
A small memorial now sits where that crash happened. Police tell us they're investigating whether the driver was impaired and if speed may have played a role. Several families gathering in Glendale for a candlelight vigil honoring a teenager fighting for his life after a hit-and-run crash. 13-year-old Elias Bizzle was riding his bike near 47th Avenue in Northern when he was hit by a driver who then took off. His mother tells us she's relieved knowing the suspected driver in this case was recently arrested.
This monster turned my world upside down. And all I want is my son. I just want my son.
Glendale police say Joshua Holbert turned himself in Saturday. He was waiting in the courtyard of the main station and taken into custody. Brand new video into the newsroom of Annie Anderson making her initial court appearance overnight before a Maricopa County judge. She's the Washington State woman accused in the death of baby Skylar in 2005. The infant found in a bathroom at Sky Harbor. Her arraignment set for next Thursday. Major traffic alert from our Operation Safe Roads team. The northbound 101 on-ramp at Shea and Scottsdale is closing today and will remain that way for 60 days. It's part of that Loop 101 widening project. If this is part of your commute, take 92nd Street or Hayden to Cactus, and you can hop back on the 101 from there. Follow up now to a story we've been tracking for weeks. Today, a historic mid-century modern home, the focus of a historic preservation committee meeting. Home is known as White Gates near 44th Street and Camelback. It was designed and lived in by architect Al Beadle. Stirred recent controversy after it was sold with plans to demolish it. The home currently does not have a historic designation.
It's all so confusing for everybody. And that's really hard when you're concerned and you're worried and you may have other kids, you may have to take off for your job.
ABC15 following up on that historic Arizona Supreme Court abortion decision. Abortion rights supporters gathering in Scottsdale this weekend to protest the ruling that reinstated a near total abortion ban from the 1800s. Meantime, the group Arizona for Abortion Access is trying to get abortion access on the ballot. They have more than 500,000 signatures already, well above the threshold required to get on the ballot. Health Insiders working to spread awareness about a hidden cancer risk that could be in your home. It's rare, but every year about 3,000 cases of lung cancer are linked to radon exposure. It's a radioactive gas that can seep into homes and buildings through the soil. Now, luckily, it is easy to test for. You can get a kit from your state government or at a hardware store or hire a professional to inspect your home. If radon is detected, the EPA recommends hiring a qualified company to install a radon reduction system. And if you're noticing symptoms like chronic cough or shortness of breath, call a doctor.
Tracking your forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Amber Sellens. It's been a beautiful start to the week, but we've got another big warm-up coming. Upper 80s in the forecast here in Phoenix tomorrow and getting even hotter as we head through the rest of the week. We'll start the day at 58 degrees at 6 a.m. Sunrise now before 6 a.m. at 5:56. By noon, 79. By 4:89. And still in the 80s around 6 o'clock tomorrow evening with sunset now at 7 p.m. Winds will stay light, high pressure building in, bringing the warmth. We also have quite a bit of cloud coverage coming our way on Thursday out ahead of this next low. And as this passes through, some breezes in the forecast on Friday and a subtle drop in temperatures. But overall, high pressure is going to dominate our forecast throughout the week. And so that is really going to keep things pretty hot. After tomorrow, 90s in play for the rest of your 7-day forecast. We'll drop from 97 Thursday down to 95 on Friday, 94 in that forecast on Saturday, and then we start to heat up again.